Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
When you squeeze that familiar tube each morning, do you assume it's harmless? Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Today you'll learn why the simple act of brushing your teeth could be saturating your cells with lead, arsenic, mercury, and cadmium, and what you can do right now to protect yourself. The data you're about to hear may prompt you to rethink a lifelong habit in the next 10 minutes.
I'm Alara Skye, here with Ethan Foster to translate Dr. Mercola's latest analysis into practical action for you. Our focus is an independent investigation of 51 everyday toothpaste brands. The findings were sobering. 90% contained lead, 65% arsenic, 47% mercury, and 35% cadmium. Only 6 brands tested completely clean. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly which steps yield the greatest benefit for your mouth and overall vitality.
Those numbers came from Lead Safe Mama, whose lab work exposed how widely these metals infiltrate products you trust. Lead showed up in 9 out of 10 tubes, while arsenic appeared in nearly 2/3. Even mercury, a neurotoxin, was present in almost half. Cadmium rounded out the quartet, threatening your kidneys and bones. Brands spanning supermarket staples to so-called natural labels all fell short of safety.
The contaminants trace back to specific raw ingredients. Manufacturers add hydroxyapatite for calcium, calcium carbonate for polishing, and bentonite clay for cleaning. When these materials come from soil rich in heavy metals and companies skip rigorous testing, the toxic baggage rides straight into your bathroom. Even so-called premium pastes use these powders, assuming you'll never question their purity.
Once inside you, lead disrupts cellular communication, triggers anemia, and can injure your kidneys. Cadmium interferes with bone metabolism and mitochondrial function, increasing your risk for osteoporosis and organ damage. Arsenic interferes with energy production, while mercury targets your nervous system. No exposure level is considered safe.
Despite this evidence, major toothpaste companies refused to reformulate. Tamara Rubin, who led the testing, received cease and desist letters instead of cooperation. Some brands justify contamination by calling it trace and inevitable. Meanwhile, certain products exceed Washington state's strict limits, underscoring how federal standards lag behind emerging science.
Independent academics echo Rubin's findings. A review of studies from Asia, Europe, and Africa confirmed lead, cadmium, and chromium in commercial pastes. Lead concentrations reached 6,313 parts per billion, orders of magnitude above what regulators consider acceptable. Chromium was sometimes detected, even though it has no role in oral care. These findings weren't limited to older studies. Several papers were published within the last 3 years.
Cadmium damages your kidneys by sabotaging filtration units at the cellular level, while lead attaches to receptors meant for essential minerals, hijacking processes crucial for growth and cognition. Chromium compounds may provoke oxidative stress. Together, these metals accumulate, disrupt hormones, and weaken immunity.
Toothpaste isn't the only concern. Researchers also linked certain dental flosses, especially PTFE-based products like Oral B Glide, to elevated levels of PFAS, the so-called forever chemicals. These compounds persist in your bloodstream, mimic hormones, and overwork your liver's detox capacity, raising risks for liver disease and cancer. Researchers measured the fluorine signature directly on the floss filament, removing any doubt about the source.
PFAS exposure isn't uniform. A study found higher concentrations in African American women, likely reflecting product preferences and marketing patterns. Once PFAS enter you, they can linger for decades, quietly interfering with metabolism, immunity, and reproduction long after the floss has been discarded.
Dr. Mercola offers a clear first step. Craft your own toothpaste. Mix 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil with baking soda, a pinch of Himalayan salt, and a few drops of peppermint essential oil. This simple recipe sidesteps contaminated minerals and lets you control every ingredient touching your mouth.
If do-it-yourself isn't feasible, select brands that publish third-party heavy metal tests. Look for labels stating heavy metal free or consult Lead Safe Mama's short list of 6 clean pastes. Transparency is your ally. Ingredient lists should be short, recognizable, and free of bentonite clay unless verified clean.
Swap PTFE floss for silk or corn-based strands coated with natural vegetable waxes. These glide smoothly without adding fluorinated chemicals. Confirm the label states PFAS-free and lists no artificial additives. Many boutique oral care companies now offer such alternatives online, and the cost difference is minimal. Remember, small daily choices accumulate just as surely as toxins do.
Another practice supported in the article is oil pulling. Swish organic coconut oil around your mouth for 10 to 15 minutes each day before brushing. The oil binds bacteria and toxins, allowing you to expel them before they enter your system. It's a gentle adjunct to brushing, not a replacement.
Finally, use perspiration as a detox ally. High-intensity exercise for up to 75 minutes a week promotes sweating that carries heavy metals out through your skin. Exceeding that window may blunt longevity benefits, so focus on quality sessions rather than endless hours. If vigorous workouts aren't appropriate for you, consider sauna sessions to stimulate comparable sweat-mediated elimination.
The takeaway is urgent, yet empowering. Heavy metals and forever chemicals slip into everyday products, but informed choices can drastically reduce your exposure. Small shifts compound quickly because oral hygiene is a twice-daily ritual. By questioning assumptions, reading labels, and embracing simple practices, you reclaim control over what reaches your cells.
Here's your challenge. Tonight, check the ingredient list on your toothpaste and floss. If they appear on lead-safe Mama's Contaminated roster or contain PTFE, retire them. Tomorrow, either whip up the coconut oil paste we described or purchase a verified heavy metal-free brand and schedule your first sweat session of the week.
Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.